Hello, welcome back. My name is Tasfayon Show. This is the 10th video in a series of videos for study skills. We have in the last video we have seen how to use our time effectively and getting ready for exams. We continue on that how to be ready and what we should do in exam setting, and this will help us to get subdued, ready, and not disturbed at the school time at the exam time. So to do that, we have to be punctual to come to exam. Better to come 5 to 7 minutes earlier. If we can be at the exam room, it is better that we take our room. If it is as usual, we go in a queue, and then it is better to be around the room, around the exam room beforehand. And it's not really good to be delaying. A delay will create a very bad atmosphere and stress, and it's really not really good. And also be careful of to miss any materials that's needed. If you have to bring rulers, calculators, mathematical sets for different subjects, it's really important to have those lists, list of them, and have them at hand. If you miss one, you know the problem is not lacking the object you need, but the disturbance will ruin your day. So it is really very important to have them. If you are allowed, it's better to have some uh, bring some water, tea. If you can bring them into the exam hall, it's good. But if not, get ready with that. You don't have to be hungry and thirsty while you are in the exam. Some exams take 3 hours, some two. Look, these are long hours, and you can be dehydrated or be hungry. So have something before or bring with you as well. So set up your mind, okay? Don't be disturbed by others. Don't put more information in while you standing to waiting for exam. Don't go into another story that can ruin your day, destroy all your memories. Maybe some people who deliberately bring stuff to you so that you don't do well. Maybe a bad story, maybe the story you don't know, or you just make some bad guys will be ready for you. It's better to be out of talk that time, and be ready for the exam only. Aim onto one target that is in front of you. Okay. um, don't don't take much don't take in much information. As we said, if you put more information, the other information will fade away. If you didn't actually make it knowledge already, if you just stored it, it will disappear. That's very important. And that's it. If you are allowed, if you as usual, some things, if you are allowed to bring some formula with you, or if they don't give you formula books, fact figures. If you don't are allowed to bring that, you must already get them ready in some kind of forms. And when you are in exam, this is what you have to do. Okay, when you ask the questions, have your formulas. Read the directions carefully. This is very important. I'm not talking to a child. This is not for children, but sometimes we miss this. We miss and we miss on the on the instructions. So read the instructions carefully. If it is possible, only go on the easiest questions. If you think one question is, you read it first and you think it is hard to remember it, pass over. There may be a clue, an association you have already made in the next question or in the other questions. And what the spot you read that question, you will remember the answer to the question that you didn't know and come back on the spot, back to it, do, and continue. So there are already close associations in the exam itself. The best teachers don't do those, but many lecturers don't um, know that, or maybe they don't care, maybe they didn't think of it, but they have a clue there somewhere. Even there's no conceptual relationships, the word is some words will let you remember some of the exams answer to some questions. So don't stay on one question and thinking and killing your time. The time is of the essence, the most important thing there. Some exams are just exam a test for time. It's not test for knowledge or understanding. It is how can you handle stressful conditions? How can you uh, uh, try to reach everything and so on? So be careful on wasting time over there. Mark difficult questions and skip them as I told you, and attempt every questions. Okay, attempt every questions. Read all the distractors carefully. There are distractors in the teachers try to distract you, specifically. I don't know now. I never seen in where I live now, but back home, there are a lot of distract tricks teachers put in place so that you will be distracted from those. So watch for those. Look like double negatives and fallacies. There are fallacies in there. And some people say the longest choice is often the answer if it is a true a multiple choice questions. This is only for some countries, but this is not always true. But when you don't know the answer, inclined to get to the longest choices. And the fallacies, careful of fallacies. Fallacies are something that looks true but completely different. Look at these examples. All birds have wings. Bats have wings. Therefore, bats are birds. Well, this is just a concept, but there are fallacies like this. There are fallacies, lots of fallacies, tricks created by teachers that to mislead you or to test you if you really understand that. For example, bat is a mammal, a bird, like that. Malaria patients have headache. John has a severe headache, and therefore John caught malaria. Like it's no, it's a fallacy that you have to be careful like that. And also some inferences we can make always from one from another. You know this in your algebra, like. So be careful of those inferences and think of any misleading statements that the teacher will put to test your knowledge, to test your understanding. And I don't believe in that, but some books say the middle choices are usually the correct answers, and so look for it. Look for clue. Look for tricky questions. Use clues to get those. The teachers try to understand your teachers beforehand from the continuous assessment so tests that he gave you already before. Some teachers have some try like to set tricky questions. Okay, and the most important thing is do not expect exam questions are the same as the one you have on your notes. There are lots of flips and flips, reflips from your notes. It's never been the same as you have it on your note. Only that will happen when they ask you for a rote memory, when you have to remember something, maybe exactly the same like that. Some teachers say, oh, where is my word? But most of the teachers don't say that. Most of the teachers test your understanding, test your knowledge, and it can't never be the same as you have you on your note. So Be careful of that. And watch your time. That time is very, very important. Try to divide your time per questions you have as good. Some questions will be like this fast, some are little time consuming. And watch your time. And I wish you good luck. Wish you good luck, everybody. And this is Irish luck, a shamrock leaf. In my country, it's not a sign of luck, but it is a tree. The plant is there. And if you have questions and comments, please do so at the bottom of this video. I thank you for listening. And as I said, this is the materials I used to develop this. Probably this is my last video, but if you have more information, I will update this video frequently and come back and see and benefit from it. Thank you for watching and have a blessed time.